All our lives, we've been told to go to school, get good grades, get a good job, and you'll be set. How's that working out for you? I'm TaVona Denise, physical therapist turned life and business coach, and I'm on a mission to help you create a life you love and a business on your terms. If you want more time, more freedom, more flexibility, I can help you create it. Welcome to Breaking Protocol, the show for women in healthcare who want more. Wouldn't it be nice if every time we set a goal and we knew what to do, we just did all the things without second guessing, without procrastinating, without doing things like sitting on the couch and scrolling Facebook or watching Netflix instead? I wanted to talk about this because I'm seeing it a lot. And when I talk to you, it's often because I'm seeing a pattern with my clients, and I want to help you to break that pattern or not follow down the same pathway. And so I wanted to talk about what's the real reason for inaction. People think it's because we've never done it before. We think it's because we don't know how to do something. Insert any number of reasons or excuses. And I really, truly, truly wish that it was as simple as saying, I want to lose weight, or I want to make insert dollar amount, or I want to find a mate. And we just create a plan and get to work. And we always do everything that was on our plan. But what most people don't realize is that it's not that you're not disciplined enough. It's not that you don't have enough willpower. It's that changing your life and doing things that you've never done before requires you to change your identity and the way you think. And that is so uncomfortable because it requires us to use a lot of energy. Think about it. Whenever you're doing something new or something that you haven't done before, you have to pay attention. I remember when I was first learning to drive a stick, I had, go back to even if I wasn't driving a stick. When I first learned to drive a car, it was like 10 and 2 all the time. Now think about all of the things we do while we're driving a car that we would have never tried to do those first several months or a year of driving. It requires us to be aware and pay attention and use energy. And in this case, it's not something visible. We have to be aware of the thoughts and question things that we thought were true, often for a very long time. And that can be super challenging because usually we are around people who still think those things. And so I just wanted to talk to you about this today because I have been seeing this a lot with potential clients and actual clients. And so many people come to me wanting big things for their lives and for their businesses. And when you're talking to me about your business, I can see it so clearly. If I can't see it, I'll tell you. But for the most part, when people talk to me about their dreams and the ideas that they have in the business, and they say, oh, I want to make 50,000 this year or 100,000 or 20,000 a month or whatever, I can see it so clearly. It's so fun to dream, right? When you think about it, just the math of it, right? That people want to replace their income. Like that's a done deal, not a problem. We can map out the plan. It really is simple. It's like I've told you before, one of my mentors says, business is math, the rest is drama. So it really is simple and we map out the plan. But that's where the rubber meets the road, because once you have the plan and you've made the decisions, there's nothing to sit and think about or spin over. It's time to get to work. And when I work with clients, we intentionally choose strategies that don't require a huge learning curve. Like you literally take what you already know, what you already do now, because the point is to get out there as quickly as possible and start making offers and helping people so you can make money, so you can hit the goal. But that's where a lot of people seize up. Will literally have the plan in their hand, know exactly what they need to do next. Because I think this is really interesting. A lot of people are like, well, just tell me what to do. I just need to know how to do it, and then I'll do it. And in some cases, after we talk, they know exactly how to do it, and then they seize up. So I was coaching a client the other day where I asked her about making offers because the bottom line is, my friend, if you're not making money in your business, it's because you're not making offers. And we want to put it on our website's not done, our business cards, our messaging's not correct, blah, 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 blah. But a lot of that stuff gets tuned up by you making offers and getting feedback from the marketplace. So she had finally gotten to the point where she was being more visible in places where her ideal client was hanging out. And she was demonstrating value ahead of time, which are things, if you listen to other coaches and marketers and podcasts and things, you hear them say this: be visible, demonstrate value ahead of time. But guess what she wasn't doing? She wasn't making an offer. And so when I asked her why she wasn't making an offer, she said she didn't want to hear them say no. And at first glance, that seems reasonable, right? We don't like hearing no. But if you really want to understand why you're not taking action on the things that will lead to the results you say you want, it's not enough to stop there. So I asked her, what's wrong with hearing no? And she said, I don't want to feel disappointed. And that, my friend, is the reason why we don't do what it takes to get what we want, even though or even when we know what to do. We as humans run towards pleasure and away from pain. If we even think for a moment that we will feel disappointed and that's not a pleasant emotion to feel, then it makes perfect sense that we will want to avoid that at all costs. And that is why we don't do things that we know will help us hit the goal. That's why people don't exercise. They think it's going to be hard. They think it's going to be painful. They think it's going to hurt. That's why we don't make money, because we know that we have to tell people about the offer and we think we are going to feel disappointed. We think we are going to feel rejected. We think it will be hard or painful or take a long time. And when we think that, we feel like crap. And when we feel like crap, we're likely to go do something, anything else that feels better in the moment, even if that means going to a job you hate because you tell yourself, well, at least I'm getting paid right now. And that is part of the reason why a lot of people don't make money in their business and they keep prioritizing their job over doing things that they need to do in their business because of the immediate gratification of it, even though that's not really what they want in the long term. So back to my client and avoiding making offers because she didn't want to feel disappointment. The problem with avoiding an emotion like disappointment is that it is a normal human emotion. We can't escape it. It's part of like happy, sad, angry, glad. It's just part of the human experience to feel or to experience disappointment. And we know that it's caused by our thoughts. So once we understand how we are causing the feeling of disappointment, we can change it. That's how I help my clients, by understanding what they're feeling and how they can use their thoughts to change it. And furthermore, since it's a normal human emotion, we can't escape it anyway. How do I know? Then listen to this. When I asked her, how did she feel knowing that she had not yet signed a paying client? Guess what she said? Disappointed. Disappointed. So my question to her, as well as to you right now, is if you're going to feel disappointed either way, would you be willing to make the offers so you could at least be closer to your goal? Like, think about that. Disappointment is a normal human experience. It's a normal human emotion. You can feel it now and not have what you want, or you can feel it while you go for what you want. Which one do you want to do? And this whole idea of emotions while we do our work came up for my brother recently. I know I always talk about my mom, but here's the story about my brother. So he sent me a photo of his new face mask design. Shameless plug for All Squared Away. I'll put the link in the show notes. But anyways, he sent me a picture of this new design and he said, I was getting frustrated, so I almost quit, but I'm glad I didn't because I am so proud of how they turned out. And sometimes when we're in the middle of doing our work and we feel the struggle, we feel the discomfort, we feel the frustration, the confusion, the uncertainty, insert whatever your uncomfortable emotion is that you like to avoid. Mine is overwhelm and confusion, right? It's hard when we're in the middle of all of that to think about anything but the uncomfortable emotions that we're having, and that we don't want to feel that anymore. But we forget, or maybe we don't even realize, that giving up to get out of the discomfort, we also forfeit the forward momentum that we had and the pride, the feeling of pride that is awaiting us for not quitting and for getting the job done or for doing something that we've never done before. And so if you want some help taking your foot off the brake so you can go help your people and make some more money, go to TaVonaDenise.com/momentum so we can discuss what thoughts are standing in your way. Until next time, friend.